Well, the weirdest week which I can remember, we worked shifts, 12-hour shifts, 4 days on, 2 days of 12 hours, and then 2 nights of 12 hours, and then we had 4 days off in the flying squad in Pretoria where I was. And the weirdest week was somewhere, I think, in 1988, but I stand to be corrected, because it was the week of the animals. Now, normally when we talk about animals, we mean students, from a local university, but not in the nicest way either. But in this instance, first there was a phone call. I actually took a phone call on the 10111 number. That is like 911 in the US and other places. And there's this guy on the other side, and he says to me, "Hey, Sergeant, I'm looking at the leopard." I said, "Yeah." I said, "So what?" He says, "No, you don't understand. It's here on my veranda, and it's looking at me." Now, yeah, that's exactly then what happened. There was one there right in the suburb, and it took one hell of a effort to find that animal, and it got shot dead by the police, sadly so. It was greatly over the news in that week. But then the very next day, I'm called by a guy in Waterkloof Ridge, very rich area, and he says to me, "There's a snake in his house." So I went there and I opened the door, and he says he's Mr. Tippendale or something like, those strip club people, and he looked like one. And he goes, wait a big guy, I'm quite scared. And yeah, then we shot a black mamba snake, very dangerous snake, dead right inside his house. So something else happened that week when we captured a crocodile, but that's another story. So we had all sorts of things thrown at us. It is actually Africa, and I remember the last time that a lion was shot dead in the middle of Johannesburg, I think was in the 1920s by a police sergeant, whose son later became a very famous professor called Boberg. Professor Boberg, I think he's late now, rest in peace, sir, in law. He was a professor in law. Strange how these things work. But this is Africa, man. It is different. It is not like policing in anywhere else in the world. Totally different. You can read my books, Meanstreets, Life in the Apartheid Police. There's 3 of the books, 3 in that series, if you want to know more such things.